Whoa, let's get you ready for the latest Web3 and crypto news. We have a lot to go over, so let's get into it now. What's up, everybody? This is Simon from W3MCT. Trump media stock surges 25% on merger agreement. What is going on? Trump media stock? Why is that surge 25%? What's going on? Well, it looks like Trump Media and Technology Group has more than 11,500 Bitcoin on its balance sheet, worth roughly 1 billion at current prices. This nuclear fusion firm, TAE Technologies, what is going on? I don't know, but there's something you need to be aware of. CoinDesk, 20 performance updates. Uniswap surges 8.4% as all index constitutes rise. Ethereum joined Uniswap as a top performer, gaining 3.8% from Wednesday. Not too much. We're still in a bear market, still in a bear trend. Will this do anything for it? I don't think so. However, Bitcoin ETFs notch, 457 million haul, third largest since October. We're seeing some inflows when it comes to the Bitcoin ETFs. Yeah, capital seems to consolidate around Bitcoin and amid Ethereum outflows. But will that 457 million of inflows be enough to turn this market around? We'll soon find out. Fetch AI says, hey, its AI agents will overcome online retail barriers faced by today's tools. The AI developer claims the system, set to launch in January, allows agents to complete payments with credit cards, stablecoins, and the FET token. UAE isn't just regulating tokenization, it's building its economy around it. As other jurisdictions stall in regulatory debate, the UAE is institutionalizing tokenization, moving it to the core of its economic infrastructure, according to Midchain's CEO. Hey, kudos to the UAE. Now, publicly listed Vivo Power sizes Ripple share deal. 900 million in the XRP value. So this XRP treasury firm plans to source Ripple Labs shares for a South Korea focused vehicle, pitching equity exposure as a proxy for XRP. XRP doesn't ever surprise me with this news. U.S. inflation data surprises, right? CPI higher by just 2.7% in November. Bitcoin rose to about 88,000, and the pleasing news as forecasts had been for inflation to continue to run above 3%. Will the rates come down even more, especially after those bad job reports? We don't know. But the DAT, the Central Digital Asset Treasury, longevity hinges on avoiding the MNAV roller coaster, Soulmate CEO. So Pure Play is a digital asset treasury companies, right? Will have to contend with volatility tied to the net asset value of their token holdings. And if they don't build successful business ventures, well, hey, those DATs are going to have some trouble, and they're definitely going to be forced sellers if it doesn't go into their vantage. Now, attackers. Attacker takes over multi-sig minutes after creation, drains up to 40 million slowly. The forensic analysis suggests an attacker took control of a whale's multi-sig wallet minutes after creation and has been slowly draining funds since. It's important to understand Web3 security. We just came out with a new Web3 security blog post to help you, and we have our Web3 beginner's guide as well. Go check it out at www.w3mct.com/blog because you need to understand how to protect yourself as we continue to move into the Web3 future. Yeah, it's not looking good for those that don't understand how to protect themselves. But Robinhood, oh man, Robinhood pushes deeper into prediction markets. Vlad Tenev called prediction markets Robinhood, right? Fastest growing revenue line. And they're leaning in with a suite of new features. I've been hearing about that. Looking forward to see what more Robinhood has to come. Man, more bad news. North Korean hackers have stolen 2 billion in crypto this year. Attackers from North Korea have swiped over 2 billion worth of crypto so far this year, accounting for 59% of all stolen funds. What is going on in North Korea? Man, oh man, who trained those hackers? Because we need some support over here in the mainland. I don't know. Anyway, SoFi unveils Ethereum stablecoin for trading and payments. SoFi, hey, yeah, SoFi. You remember SoFi? SoFi Technology said that it will soon offer its own stablecoin on Ethereum, following company's re-entry into crypto last month. SoFi, so long. Really? I got no words for you, SoFi. I'm just going to let you do what you got to do, right? We just talked about that. Again, crypto loss is near 3.4 billion as hackers went big game hunting. It is important to understand how to protect yourself. It seems like that's the narrative that's going on right now, and it's not cool. And so before we get into the last news article, I just want you guys to go over to the Web3 Learn section. In the Web3 Learn sections, you got some blockchain learning tips. Secure your wallet first. Never share your seed phrase. Use hardware wallets for significant holdings. Always double check addresses before sending. And if you want some more assistance when it comes to understanding the blockchain, or if you're interested in becoming a blockchain developer, we've worked and collaborated with Learn Web3. I am a co-founder of Learn Web3, where it's an amazing opportunity for anyone to learn about blockchain development and just to, understand how this new ecosystem can be used to your advantage. We just came out with our 2026 AI and Web3 playbook. It's really long, super informative. Definitely go check that out. And if you guys need help in understanding about Web3 security, go over to our W3 Learn section under webinars. And this is where you will have our workshop pertaining to security. And so we have our Bitcoin strategy, our W3 playbook, but we also have a few blog posts as well that goes into it. All right, we just went over to Web3's 9.1 billion breaking point. All right, we just released this new article and this new one here referring to the crypto markets. But at the same time, we do have this really good article on Web3 security. So the W3 MCT research team went into the security practices for protecting your digital assets in Web3, from wallet safety to recognizing scams and smart contract risk. We made this kind of easy to read, and I just really want you guys to use this as a resource if you ever just want to get up-to-date information or just want to remind yourself of how you can stay safe within this ecosystem, within this new technology space. Head on over to w3mct.com/blog/AI. You can just go to Web3 security. That being said, we have so much more to go over. Let's finish up with this news, and then we're going to check the price of Bitcoin right now. So one of the cool things, Hut 8 price target boosted by Cantor and Canaccord after Google backed AI deal. Cantor Fitzgerald analyst Brett Namblock expects the Bitcoin miner turned AI infrastructure provider to generate $6.9 billion into income from the 15-year lease. So they didn't pivot against Bitcoin, right? HUD 8 is kind of doing something similar to like what Riot Platforms, some of these other data centers, right? They have a whole bunch of computational power, and that computational power was really being used by Bitcoin mining and mining other tokenized other tokens. However, once the hype and the demand for AI, and with all these new GPTs and AI agents coming out, right? Once that demand increased, the computational power is also there, is required for any of this to happen, right? So it's advantageous for any Bitcoin mining company or data center, or anyone that has high computational power at amazing, electrical rates to go into this AI infrastructure. So I'm not surprised by this deal at all. And, to generate 6.9 billion in income from the 15-year lease, I can totally see that or even surpassing those numbers in the future. So as we continue, let's go over check out. We have our W3 data section where let's see what's going on. Let's check the latest Bitcoin block right now. So the latest Bitcoin block, and let's see what's going on, right? So the latest Bitcoin block was just recently mined. It should have gave me nice graphics, but didn't. But we're at 928,451. Okay, about 2,200 transactions mined by Spider Pool. Here, look at that reward, right? 3.125 Bitcoin reward. Wouldn't you love to have that reward, right? This is the fees. And this is the block size and everything like that. So what does this mean? It's a relatively large block with about 2,256 transactions. The fees are actually quite low. Indicates the Bitcoin network isn't congested right now. The miner earned about 197,000 total. Wow. Making it profitable to block to mine. So anyone saying that crypto's dead, mining's dead, you shouldn't even do these things, right? Like, what are you talking about? The Bitcoin price and its hash rate right now, it's really the hash rate has been continuing to increase. Maybe we slow down just a little bit, right? But mining difficulties at 148 trillion, and the current hash rate means miners are performing over 1 quintillion calculations per second to secure the Bitcoin network. Difficulty adjusts every 2016 blocks, roughly 2 weeks, to maintain the 10-minute block times. This network is incredibly secure with 1,039 exahashes of mining power. The current Bitcoin price trading at 85,415. And so, yeah, that's what's going on. And that's what's happening, right? You can see here, 85,000. We're going to end the video with current prices of main tokens, right? So we have Bitcoin at 85,268, down a negative 2.24%. Last 24 hours, 6%, 7 days. It gets worse, it gets worse, it gets worse, right? 25% in the last 90 days. Ethereum, wow, down 36% in the last 90 days. Trying to see a little bit of green, really not doing too much in the last 24 hours. Solana down negative 1.78 at 119. Really, people are going to be looking to see if it's going to drop below, really drop below the $100 area. I don't know, but really, I believe right now this is the lowest it's been, at least in the last 90 days, down 47%. Cardano, 35%, down 59% in the last 90 days. Polkadot at $1.76, right? Chainlink, wow, $11.96. I mean, it's just, the market is just destroyed, especially in the last 90 days. We are seeing altcoins just like completely dead. So, everyone's hurting around town. The top 50 tokens by market cap. I think this is a huge market reset. I think, honestly, this top tokens market cap thing is going to be irrelevant not too long ago, right? It's going to be irrelevant, and there's going to be a new reset, and there's going to be new top tokens. There's probably some new tokens, older tokens that's actually creating a use case. You're going to have to start figuring out how to generate revenue and mind share of the market, right? They're not getting enough attention. So that's really going to be important going into 2026. Will these new projects and some of these older projects really gain market share again and mind share over the ecosystem? So yeah, and if you guys are interested in our free ebook, head on over. We have a free ebook, Mastering Web3 in 60 Minutes, a free beginner ebook guide. We're going to do an updated version to this coming soon, so go check this out. Get this absolutely free. Just provide your name, email, and what you're here to learn for, and we really appreciate you'll go ahead and get that email sent back to you. Now, if you're somebody that is more technical and looking at a more strategic and kind of forward thinking, we created the 2026 Web3 Growth Playbook, and this goes into AI agents, DeFi, and the RWA revolution. It turns Web3's breakthrough trends into competitive business advantage. A 15-page executive strategy guide for founders, investors, and tech leaders. I really think you're going to enjoy this. We spent a lot of time trying to get this right for everybody. So head on over to www.w3mct.com/playbook and get your free strategy blueprint today. First name, email, and your role. All right, guys, that's all we're going to go over today. This is a quick one, it's a fast one, and this is specifically for shorts. Let me know if you like it. If you do like this content and you want me to continue doing this thing, I really appreciate it if you subscribe more to the channel and hit that like button. Maybe share this with some new people so we can get this new ecosystem back on track. I appreciate y'all.